VoTF gonna spawn over here on the red side in the Dragon base. Gate's gonna open up in 5 seconds, and look at this split. Tage and Super gonna go out the left gate. We're not even gonna open up the map. We want to see what's going on here.
That's interesting.
So Tage along with Guiletta and Super are gonna cross over here. This is really odd. They're gonna go over here to the Henge and just go directly for that node. We do have Carsip on node. Can they stop Tage from getting on point in time? No, they will not. Tage will be able to get on that node, and they are gonna keep things contested. Back up at the mid 2, we can see that it's Milo is gonna go up against Kanscow for control of that node. These two should be able to keep things stalemated for quite some time. And Posey has taken a full cap here. So just going off of basic, like math and whatnot of what we've seen in the past, we should actually see VoTF get at the very least about a 20 to 40 point advantage from this initial strategy here. So that'll put them ahead a little bit. Will they actually win over here? The team fight, that is to be debated, because as we saw just a couple seconds ago, Guiletta already got taken out. So it is not looking good for VoTF over here at the Henge.
No, unfortunately, Leon just went down there. Look at the HP as well. Posey's gonna. Hey, sorry, he did just come out of Death Shroud. They need to change
gonna go down though, as we do see. So he's gonna go down. Tage now coming in for the res on a Super. Posey gonna assist with that. They'll get Super back up, and they'll keep the fight going now as Blue Team continues to try and take him down. We do actually see Naya is getting very low here too. Heal's still about 8 seconds away, but we do have the Nature Spirit up and available for Naya, so Naya should be able to bring that back out, and they're gonna keep this fight going back in the middle too. As we can see, Tage along with Posey are still on node defending things. We see Super once again is the main focus for members on 55H Monks. They will take Super into the downstate once again. Tage is gonna try to come in. Does not have a knockback available this time. He's gonna be close, and oh my goodness! Thankfully, he was able to get that interrupt off for 2, otherwise he may have gotten stomped out there. To Super bring himself back up into the game. Naya once again get very low here. Naya's now in the downstate here, as we do see Tage coming in for a stop this time. I believe Tage has stability in order to get that off, and yes, he does, as we can see there. But a Shatter Refuge will come in there from Shat and actually stop them from going off now. Now going to rely on Super to get some AoEs off, but unfortunately, Super's AoEs actually killed the Spirit there, as we just saw. So that, regardless, brought Naya back up into the game. At the same time, though, we did see Carsip going down over here. Super going in for, or Tage rather going in for a stop. Did not have stability at the time, but may have gotten a blind off on his opponent there. And with that, they are once again going to be taking a very swift advantage here over at the over at the Henge point. So we do at the moment see 50, apologies, VoTF with this very small, about 40-point advantage over here. As we go back to mid 2, we can see Kanscow is going up against both Milo and Shad for control of that node. And back over here at VoTF's home node 2, we did see Misha manage to take out Guiletta de Leon in a 1v1, and is actually going to be taking that node back for 55H Monks now.
Red team got a capture point.
The Henge move was very gutsy, because, you know, HP Monks, they always kind of hang back a little bit, like Misha does as well, to watch for that crossover, and it almost didn't pay off, because the problem was that when 55 HP Monks started to die, they started to feed in one by one, and they'd already had, like, most of the guys pretty much down on HP, so they were kind of feeding them there, so they actually did really, really well at getting the guy. The only way that was going to work is if they killed people quickly, and as they did, they started to move a lot faster. It was really, really nice. A lot of the fights around mid at the moment, though. Tage is just doing a fantastic job. He's just doing so well, and a lot of the problem as well was that the Bunker Guardian, Mr. Mailer, was on his own as well at mid, so he wasn't even giving him the benefit of the team fight. Jin's just gone down. Shads needs to try and get some damage in there as soon as he can. Naya's trying to get some damage on there. But they've lost Jin as well on that midpoint. Milo's coming in, so I've got a bunker now on that point, and I think Jin's going to tell me off if I don't call him by his proper name.
Cursey is his name.
Cursey.
But anyway, guys, as we get things started over here, we can see, and I just want to adjust an option here really quickly. Apologies, getting this out of the way. Sorry, I wanted to turn that on. But as we go back over here to the mid fight, we can currently see that Red Team is holding pretty dominant control of the middle node at the moment. We see Posse's over here, along with Ken Scouts here too. They're going up against Milo for control of that. We do see Shad just went into the downstate there too, as Tage and Guiletta are going to try to knock out Shad over the next few seconds. Shad's probably actually going to stay in the downstate as Tage just DPSs him down. We also see Guiletta de Leon about to jump onto the node over here with Naya and Milo both on it too. Back over here at the Henge, we can see that Carsaber has snuck back over there. He'll be getting that home node back under control for 55H Monks. And we also have Misha and, just Misha over here is going up against Super for control of the Mino, but Misha currently holds the on-point control of that. But back over here at the middle point itself, as we can see, VoTF does have a pretty dominant control of it. With Naya being eliminated, they will be getting the full cap over the next few seconds. And now we do see Red Team falling back over here, their home node, as they're going to try to get control of that back under their wing.
Did you see that? Red team got a
We've only seen one Mesmer in the whole tournament tonight. I don't know who Team Mister played, if they played a Mister, but Misha's consistently playing Mesmer very well as well. Like, unfortunately going down there just over at mine, but as always, like, the big respect to Misha, who's not really giving up on Thief. on Mesmer throughout this. So big props to Misha, but unfortunately over here, I don't know, it's 3 versus 3 now, and Mr. Malo's over here. I'm not sure, yeah, Tage is over here as well. Got big team fight going over on mine at the moment. Azron's, not Azron, Can Scout is over on mid. Henge is currently open, so there's a potential for someone from red to go over to cap that. Misha's respawning now, so wondering if Misha potentially might go to mid. I don't think so, but they need to try and solidify this point over here on mine, because the points are kind of building up, and they're getting about 80 points ahead now. I'm wondering if this is going to go the same way as the other games we saw with Cheese Mode, where the match is just going to go on forever and ever and ever, because we've hit a third of the match gone and we're only about 180 points into it. I'm not sure.
No,
it's not.
I think
similar.
we are going to see this match actually go to full completion because of the fact that we do have to consider too that where the last matches we had fights going on all 3 nodes for most of it. In this game we do have pretty consistent caps all throughout here. We have at least 1 cap on each side right now, but as we're going to see too, VoTF is going to get control of the second node that they need, and they will now be up with 2 caps. The scores being 2-6 to 1-14 at the moment. So compared to the last time where we had constant decaps going off on basically all nodes, in addition to the fact that there were actually fights going on at all nodes, this game is pretty linear in terms of what you would expect from an SPVP game. So this one will probably go to full completion, and we, at the moment, if it continues the way it will be, we may see VoTF to be the one to take it.
Yeah, they're getting a pretty solid lead at the moment. We're seeing a boss attempt potentially. Svan has been drawn out a little bit by Leon. Is going to try and get Posey and Super to try and get some extra damage on there as well. Oh no, he's just reset as he's running back. So he saw that. It was good that he actually let the reset there, because I think he saw Misha coming over to potentially try and get that steal. But actually meant that Naya could get over to mine, but he wasn't able to get the decap. Super coming in now as well with Leon, so he's going to be getting a shed load of damage onto him at the moment. He's got spirits are all down. They're all off. They're all on cooldown, so he's going to be a bit screwed here against Super, unfortunately. So he's probably going to get that point in the end. So Red probably going to get that back, but he has actually contested it because the Super's running around the map, running around the point quite a lot there. So, in the mid fight, Malo and Jin versus Tage and Posey. There's not much they're doing against these 2 guys at the moment. Posey is being very, very solid on the outside. He's just moving around the point very well. He did get caught out with the hammer there, so he's being pushed off the point. He's trying to get down as much as he possibly can to get out of that, to get his heal back up. He's popped into Death Shroud. He's probably going to pop off that fear soon, unless he's not actually going to do that. Is he going to go into Plague form to get a bit of tankiness? Oh, he's not going to risk it. He doesn't need to. Oh, look at that. Pushed off the point. That was really, really well done by Tage.
Let's go back over here to we actually have a downstate fight going on over here at the Henge, but Misha's going to be winning that one. Misha did go down off point though, so if Blue Team had control of that previously, not sure if they did or not. They have since lost it, but Misha will be recapturing that right now. Most, if not all, other contention is currently contained over here to the mine node, where you see Posse getting suppressed by 2 people from the blue team with the one who are chasing him. He's going to try to get all node nearer to his teammate, specifically Tage, who's over here, and can obviously support him a lot better as well. He'll be able to throw these marks down on point too, but he is still very low, going to be forced to jump into a plague form here for safety reasons. He will have about 17k health in that plague form, so he's going to be an okay as well. He'll be able to toss out blinds as well, not to put himself in a much better position. We also, while other things are going on too, we do see Chieftain is being taken down by Misha specifically over here. No one from the red team, just based on active line of scrimmage for the red team, will be able to get over there in time, so we will see blue team getting full control of that, and they will take, or not even control, they will be getting control of the Chieftain fight, and they will take him down with no issues whatsoever. As we go back over here to the mine too, we can see, apologies, just trying to get the overview camera, we do see Super Tage along with Posey and as well Guletta off point. We're going to get Shad, Karsid, Milo, and Naya as they try their best to try and get that control of this mine point, but we did see Posey getting absolutely collapsed on right there, and he did get taken down. We do have to know too, there was almost a steal that went off over here back at blue team's boss, but it did not go off successfully. That ball still went into blue team control. At the same time though, we also are going to be seeing Misha along with Kanscout trading off nodes. We're going to see Kanscout take back control of the Henge node, while at the same time Misha will get control of middle, and in all honesty I think Misha's going to win that trade there, because I would rather have middle compared to a home node.
Yeah, on that sort. I mean, the thing that was quite interesting just there is that the Chieftain was on about 10% HP and actually got Misha down, and Kanscout was running in from behind and went for the cap. If he'd gone, he probably would have got the boss kill if he'd actually gone for it, but he just went for it. You know, they're so far ahead. He didn't really need to risk it. He just wanted to get the points so he could solidify the match. But, you know, they're 150 points ahead now. They're doing pretty well. there's not really much they can do in this match. I do think 55 HP monks generally play better on Fire. It's more their
It's
stuff.
comebackable, I would say, but it's very hard at this point. They need to get double cap with at least a decap here if they want to have any chance of coming back into the game. There's also 5 minutes remaining here, so that's something to factor in here too if they do want to try to make a comeback. But against a team like VoTF, I'm not sure if it's going to be a valid possibility. But I'm not going to counter it out just
We saw
yet.
Cheesemo
Yeah.
do it.
We
did
do see Shad coming over here now. He will get the decap on Red Team's only remaining node. Now that they have these decaps, it's all about execution now. They need to make sure they hold on to them, but unfortunately they're not doing so hot at that because back here middle we already see Kanscout, who will be reclaiming control of the keep for VoTF in just a few seconds here. Shad as well going to be getting back control of Blue Team home mode for his team. And again, back over here too, we will also see Blue Team 55 monks should at least be getting control of the mine very shortly, but now that Tage along with Posey and Guiletta are all over here, that task will be very hard to accomplish indeed. I'm just not sure it's going to be something they'll be able to do within the next 60 point ticks here. At the same time, we are going to be seeing the Thief Shad along with the Mesmer Misha will be making their way up here to mid to try and take down Kanscout. So it's now the question of how long can Kanscout survive, and can we see an actual decap coming off with the elimination of Kanscout? And even so, will our blue team still be able to win over here on the mine? It's still going to be Karsib versus Tage. We also see a lot of people fighting off node right now, so let's get on that fight too. As we can see, Naya was just eliminated a few seconds ago here. Red team now only 40 points away from taking this game as things are about to get very intense indeed. It's high octane now, as we can see back over here too. Once again, Super going to steal back control of the henge. No one from the blue team going to be falling back to respond to that, and more than likely won't be able to respond to that. Back in mid again too, we now have the support of Guiletta in mid, as they're going to be supporting that, so it's just not looking very good for our friends over here on 55H Monks at all. Pretty sure we're going to be seeing VoTF take this game, as they're now only about 30 points away from getting it.
Yeah, no, they've solidly got this. 15 points left, 2 cap over the 0, 2-9-2 to blue. It is Red's fight indeed. They've got this. But like I said, I do think that HP Monks are solid, more solid on Fofire. I think we see them lose Forest more than any other map. In all honesty, they did well in the semi-finals to get here, but they did really good in that match. But you know, I think they'll be stronger in the next one. Definitely. That was very, very, very good from Vengeance of the Fallen. They're playing damn well tonight. It's really solid.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see as we go into the next match. Whoops, it is the wrong screen there. Anyway, so next map rather is gonna be very interesting to see because of the fact that again we are gonna see that very nice team fight rather that VoTF does tend to bring into play. What are you doing there? You know you're on camera, right?
Yeah, I've got this thing in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm having a bit of an issue with smoking again at the moment. I used to smoke, and I've just had so much. I've been so busy. I've constantly got. I'll show you. I've got a stress thing here.
Oh.
This is a stress thing. Everyone keeps seeing this in my hand. It's just a squeeze me stress thing from our National Health Service.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm just a busy man, you know. Life
I just went to the cams, I was like, what is that plastic thing in his mouth? But anyway,
it's
as we are going to be moving on to the next match now, things to consider here is the fact that, again, we do see, in all honesty, I might be inclined to disagree with you in the fact that D2H Monks will be doing better because of the fact that now that there's a new player on VoTF this week, specifically Guiletta, who outclassed Sizer in backcappings. I'm not sure if Shad's going to be able to keep up with it because I think backcaps are going to be a huge part of this. My predictions for this one is that midpoint, more than likely, when and if it does get capped, will go into VoTF's favor. From there, it'll come down to the back cap game, which is really going to be a toss-up because we actually have seen it previously. I can't recall off the top of my head just how well Shad versus Guiletta in terms of the back cap game was going, but based on how it went with Cheese Mode, I think Guiletta's going to do a better job of it. So I'm going to disagree with you. I think this one's going to go to VoTF as well. So what you still sticking with the 55H Monks?
I didn't say they would win. I said they'd do better. But I'm going to go for 55 HP Monks because I want to see a battle of Kylo.
Okay. All right, guys. Jeremy wants to see the third map, so he's going to put his vote in for 55 HP Monks. I'm going to be putting my vote in with VoTF. Hold on one second.
Do it. Come on, boys and girls.
So we did actually have a straw pull up for it. So let me see if I can pull that up again real quick as we go back into the in-game camera here and get ourselves ready to go. It's not really a straw pull. So it's actually again, it's really close here. VoTF
Which straw poll was that for?
Mm-hmm.
Which straw poll was that for?
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, it's right now. VoTF does have the dominating control of the straw poll with 19 votes. VoTF HP Monks very close behind though with 17 votes. So it's 53 to 47%. Audience is slightly in favor of VoTF though. So I am with the crowd favorite here, Jebro. So we'll have to see.
Oh, I love an underdog, man. I'm all about the underdog. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. We'll see. I'll probably be wrong. But I have hope and faith in my heart. Let's do this.
Alright guys, we're just waiting for ready ups from both sides at the moment here. Once we get a ready up from Super and Ken Scout along with Carsip and Shad, we'll be getting started in just a few moments.
I think you're right about the back caps. Shad
It's
doesn't do it as actively as like Sizer or Leon, but maybe if Leon's off doing that, maybe Shad's going to be in those team fights more, and that's where Leon might be. They might miss him, so they might actually get more kills in those team fights. If Leon's backcapping, then the team fights might go into the favour of 55 HP Monks. But then again, with Misha and Mesmer, it's a bit weaker than probably the whole the setup that the Vengeance of the Fallen's win. But there is the mobility of Misha as well. We do forget those little portal plays do a lot in this map. Portal was very strong on this. So I don't know. I think if those portals are going to be pretty damn important for this. If they're not, if Misha doesn't use them properly, which doesn't really happen a lot, Vengeance of Fallen probably going to switch it.
all right, guys. Well, we are getting started with the third game here. I would pull up the stats book to get stats, but I don't have anything on Guiletta, so it's very unfortunate. But anyway, guys, we are getting started here with VoTF versus 55H Monks. Round 2, VoTF is up 1-0, and this is tournament point for favor of VoTF if they do end up taking this one. We are on Legacy of the Faux Fire, so let's open up our map, and Jebro, let's go over them splits.
Yes, indeed. To see Misha and Shad look like they're heading over towards Quarry at the moment, and also Leon and Posey going to Quarry as well. So there is going to be a Thief on Thief fight going down over there. Warrior versus Warrior over at the waterfall, and we're going to see in the mid. Oh, look, Tage is moving back to it's moving forward to waterfall. Sorry, Melo pulling back to waterfall as well. So Melo doing something a bit different now. He's actually switching it up, and then we've got the two rangers in the mid. So now 55 HP Monks doing pretty much the same tactic as Vengeance of the Fallen as well at the moment. So that's a very, very good idea for them to do. Red getting a lot of caps over on the Quarry as the two blue team members have actually come off that point quite heavily. Misha now moving off point to try and get a little bit of HP up, but they were actually able to get that cap over at Quarry as well. Just really because the amount of damage that was being dealt out, Misha had to actually back off and then move to mid. But unfortunately now the guys from Quarry are going to be able to support the mid quite well, and I'm not sure how this is going to go for them actually. They need to get to mid very fast to help Kanscout out.
And these we go over here to mid to see what Ken Scout is up to at the moment. He is taking pressure from two people from 55H Monks, including Misha, who did fall back from Quarry a few moments ago. Ken Scout will go into the downside right now. Naya will come in for to execute the stomp here, and it is going to get, actually go off there successfully, but at the same time, Guiletta making some serious progress here. Naya is not only low, but Misha's very low here as well, so Guiletta maybe able to snipe both these guys out. Naya just able to get that heal up there. You can see his health bar was basically non-existent. Guiletta's still putting the pressure on the Naya, though, so we may still end up seeing Naya go into the downside if we're not careful here over the next few seconds. Guiletta, though, is going to get fended off, and Guiletta looks like she is going to be falling back up to the upper rafter for the time being. A portal will be thrown out by Misha, as Misha again is hungry for the death of this thief right now. We're also going to be seeing Shad coming up from behind too, so Guiletta is going to have to keep eyes on that. But back over here at the waterfalls, we're checking on some of the other points. We do have Carsip is going to be getting full control now that Super has decided to back up here and go to the middle node. As we do check out what is going on once again over here in middle, we can see that 55 H is devoted heavily to trying to get control of this node. However, they are suffering the consequences of it right now. Misha went into the down state a few moments ago, but they were able to get him back up. He did did port up here, be the use of his blink, and will now be jumping back into the fight with the power of his mass invis and getting all booms. As we check out what's going on at the quarry though too, we can see that Shad has once again decided to aggress this node, or rather just try to keep the node in his team's favor. He will be taking on Canscout for the honor, but Canscout is doing a nice job of fending it off, and more than likely with what's going on currently, we're probably going to be seeing Canscout get this point back under the control for Team VoTF. And at the same time, once again too, we're also going to be seeing we're going to be seeing Guileta make his way back over here to the waterfall, and that as well, assuming no contention comes there in time, we will be seeing that node to go into the favor of VoTF too. But let's go back to the mid, and Jabba, let's talk about what's been going on over here.
Yeah, Posey just went down on the mid, but the res came out from Tage and Super really fast. Super now, they're dispersing. Tage is just going to stand in the mid. Canscout's probably going to range a little bit using those spirits to back up the guys who are in the midpoint. They need to get Tage down fast. They need to get this midpoint solidly because Vengeance of Fallen are now switching it up. They're actually got to the 2 outer points and they're just keeping him busy in the mid. So Blue, they need to make up their mind what they're going to do because they had a solid 2 cap and they've just completely lost it by moving into the mid. In this map, it is very easy to get greedy. If you've got the 2 outer points, all you need to do is keep them busy in the mid. Don't over-commit, but I think that's what 55 HP Monks did. And unfortunately, that's not really going to pay off for them too well. Leon's over at Waterfall now. Here you go. Look, Blue's starting to do it. They're regrouping a little tiny bit over on Waterfall now. This is what they needed to do. And it looks like they potentially could win this Super. Oh no, Misha's just gone down over at Waterfall. And I think Super's just going to get the down unless someone can interrupt him. I think Jin did. Yes, he did. Oh no, he's just gone down as well.
Go down there as well, and now VoTF will come in. Oh my goodness.
Leon, I think you just came in there from behind. That was awesome from him. Good job.
Still a Misha in the down state back over there, but Guileta should be able to handle it now that it's been taken care of. Super is going to make his way back over here to the middle with the region taken off from his Stealing Signature right now. He'll come into the mid fight once again and jump on Anaya, who appears to be the main target. 4 members of VoTF back over here in middle itself. As we check out back at the quarry too, we can see that once again it is Shad versus Canscout. Canscout's actually the lower player at the moment here, but things can get turned around on Shad very quickly due to kanjis that have been placed on him. But again, as we're seeing here, Canscout too is very low, currently using his dodge utilities to keep himself alive to the best of his abilities here. Has thrown down his healing spring there too, and is leaping through to try and get some heals off Shad. Looks like he's going to be falling back now that we do have Super coming into play here, but for the time being, we again have VoTF who's doing a very nice job, and again, they are winning the side cap game because of the fact that mid is basically uncappable, and probably will remain that way for at least until we end up seeing some crazy desperate all-in play on one of these nodes from one of these teams. So at the moment, we do see VoTF has been winning the side node game, mainly because of the efforts of Guileta. Not necessarily mainly because of the efforts of Guileta, but definitely the whole team I think has been really contributing to that entire strategy. Because of the fact they haven't been so focused on the middle. Everybody's been rotating everywhere, basically. And it's just been really, really awesome rotations that we've seen from VoTF, and they've been able to get on these points wherever they needed to be. 55 H months has been rotating pretty good, too, but it's just the fact that I definitely think the VoTF is doing it quite a bit better, and because of that, we've been seeing them hold on to this 2 cap a lot longer.
They really are.
That is about to change right now, though, because we did see back over here, Guileta was stomped out by Karasibi a couple seconds ago. Again, Hambo Warrior versus Thief. That was probably going to go into the favor of the Hambo Warrior, but I think Guileta had already been low for quite some time anyway. So with that, we'll see Karasibi take back control of the waterfall for Blue Team finally, and now we may have a bit of a big old mid fight here for the next few moments. Naya will go into the downside back over here. Tage coming in, execute a stomp. We see Hard Res coming off, but it's not going to be getting there in time, and Naya will now be executed from the game. Misha avoids, apologies, Misha closer, so not Misha. And it appears the next target, I believe, is going to be Milo here. They want to try to knock out the bunker out. We do have marks over that. Misha as well just popped up in a portal. Where is it going? And a juke indeed there. We'll
over to Quarry normally.
Yeah, over here to Quarry, and Misha will now get not only decap, but is going to pull Canscout out of that mid fight too. And in addition to that, we're also going to be having Karasiv coming into play here at middle, as they are going to be coming in trying to save Canscout, or apologies, Milo, who now went into the down state, but a nice knockback indeed will come off there. Nice wave of light will knock Tage back. Tage did not have stability available at the time, so they were able to get him. They were able to get him back up into the game. Shad had also gone down over here, but I think Naya managed to get the res on him. There was a bit of an off-point scuffle going on between, I believe, Guileta was involved in that, and a couple other people from the red team. While this is happening, though, we did see VoTF rather took back control of the quarry, but Shad is going to try to stop that right now. As again, Canscout seems to have overextended himself a bit. Necessarily, he's not overextending, granted, but has moved himself a little bit too far away from the node. And once again, Shad is going to be able to sneak in here, get a decap off. And actually, it looks like Shad is going to choose to fight Canscout once more now that he has finally gotten the decap off. But we'll check on this in just a second as we do some stuff going on over at the middle.
There's just no one even bothers going on Tage. No one even bothers. It's just hilarious. It's just too OP. He's just epic. It's like everyone's running this spec, but no one plays it like him. Like you said earlier, he is like literally the best Guardian. And I'm just watching him, and it's just like he's always got a cooldown. Like, and then when he doesn't, it's because he's in in trouble, you know. He's probably against 3 guys and he needs to pop them. And then normally he'll get out of it or get some support of some kind.
He's always saving cooldowns for teammates. That's one of the huge things that we see Tage do that a lot of other Guardians don't necessarily do too often there, that we do see Tage almost always has. And this is something Helseth is talking about too, is that like he plays with Tage a lot and he's like whenever I like Helseth has told me like whenever I need a Conti cleanse or something in a team fight, I just call out for it and Tage will instantly give it to me because he's almost always got something available. And just Tage is so good at managing his cooldowns there. He's just so far ahead of it right now, and he just makes for these team fights that like 55 months doesn't even want to try to kill him because they know that even if they try to do it, he'll probably have whatever he needs up and ready to go. And even if he does go down, his teammates will just be ready to go, and they'll get him back up into the game too. But anyway, guys, going back to the narration of the match itself, we do see over here Posey is going to try to sneak his way over here into Waterfall. Should be able to claim a free decap on that. At the same time, back over here too, Ken Scout is pretty much AFKing on Quarry at the moment just because he wants to be careful of Shad or someone else. Make sure they don't try to sneak in there and get that. Back in mid, things are still decapped. There's about 7 minutes remaining in the game, and the current scores are 234 to 124 in favor of VoTF here.
They could. It's 6 minutes, so if it keeps it as it is, if Blue can get the decap back, Blue can get the waterfall. No, it's not going to happen. Posey's come in onto the warrior from Blue. Keep saying Super's in there as well now, so they're not even able to get the full cap. They really need to get to Quarry now. They need to talk to each other and say, because Quarry's been open for a considerable amount of time. Alright, Canscale can get there, but surely Sizer can get off the point and try and get over there, but he's nowhere really to be seen at the moment. To be Sizer. Oh my god, Shad. Jesus. Getting tired here, getting confused. There we go. It's normally I'm used to casting flipping Cheeseman in the final, but that hasn't actually happened for a while. So it's actually good to see 2 different teams here completely. What I meant to say is, Shad, I am very, very sorry about that. But he's over there, he's over at the waterfall trying to secure that, so at least there was that. But it's just taking too long for them to get that happening. And now, even if they can get to the Lord close to the end of the match, because this ain't going to hit.
Hold on. What's going on here? We did see Tage going down. Tage is finally going to get eliminated here now. Guillermo's going to get a lot of burst on. This is going to snowball so hard. Posey has joined the fight, but I'm not sure Posey's going to be able to provide the support necessary. Guillermo's trying his best to keep himself alive. Misha back over here too, as we can see, might be taking a bit of damage here too, but Guillermo's going to get focused there. Bassi Venom is going to throw him into the downstate now. We're going to see Willie get stopped out. We may see a mid-cap finally here. Guillermo did manage to dodge the first stop there. We again still have Posey on this node here too, and we actually are going to see Super coming into this. This should actually stay safe in a decap scenario here, because again, we're going to be able to see probably people getting onto the node quickly enough in order to stop the full cap from happening there. We also are going to see once again this fight will get turned around into the favor of VoTF now that Misha is going to the downstate, assuming they're able to stop the matter. We do have the Spirit coming into play here too, so if that does get DPS down, then Misha will get back up regardless, but they are going to be able to mana res with the help of a Shadow Refuge, I believe, but they'll get Misha back up, and now things are going to get crazy here in the middle because everyone is devoted to this now. Now that things were shaken up by Tage's death, everyone is here and everyone is going to try to fight for this node to try and put it into someone's favor.
That really did. It even closed the gap on points by just about 20 points there or so. It closed the gap. So now like a last second Lord kill is kind of potentially there. And Shad's, look, he's doing it. He's going over to Quarry. He's getting that decap now. So Blue getting even more points. And potentially, if the Lord kill is even an option, because I don't think they're going to be able to get the points back, that's the only way I feel like they're going to win this, unless they keep the 2 points for the whole game, maybe even get some kills out of this. But Leon just nipping onto that point. They have got Quarry, yes. Just about got Quarry, but he's going to get support now. Canscout's moving back. Shard's not going to have a good time against Canscout, but he's going to try and delay him as much as possible, trying to get all that AoE damage down off on his spirits. And not sure how he's going to go for Canscout. Canscout's gone down to about 50% HP. Should be able to build that back up pretty quick, unless Shad can just burst him down even further. He's doing a really, really good job in him, actually. And Naya's coming in as well to get that damage off. But I'm not sure what's going over on Waterfall. Super is decapping and recapping. No one's coming in. Is someone going to be able to get in? Misha can't really get in on the point. Leon's there as well. Leon's probably going to come in on the back of Misha if he does try to go in there like he's doing there. You just see him watching from the side at the moment. But Blue, they've come back. They've got 100 points now, so it's getting really close. If they're going to go for the Lord, they need to do it now. They're not going to win this match on points. I'm pretty sure. It feels like they're not going to. What do you reckon is going to happen? I don't
It's
know.
gonna be close. They gotta pull something together here very soon. As well, the thing to note too is that Tage did finally get control. As 55H1 just said, screw it. Side notes, they gave up on mid completely, and this they have allowed VoTF to take control of that. Not sure if that was the best idea because of the fact that now they have a solid point. And if my estimations are correct here, then more than likely it's never ever gonna get decapped again for the rest of the game. So that unless we see some crazy Lord Rich snares, which may be possible in all honesty. But again, we do see VoTF. They're above that 350 mark now. If they rush Lord and successfully kill it, they will win this game. However, they have a solid grasp on the lead. There's 2.5 minutes remaining in this game, so this is gonna get intense. There's 100 points. It's still doable for the blue team. Note the only node they don't control right now, blue team, that they want at least, is their own home node. So they should be able to reclaim this. It's just a matter of getting themselves focused,
here we go.
getting the damage going onto them. But again, we can see this back over here too. We do see Shad is going to put some pressure on red side gate. Shad going to try to sneak in for this. Might try to go in for the Lord, but now the Posey's here too. Oh wait, no. He might still go for it. I think at the moment though he's just trolling Posey a little bit there. But now with Carson coming in, this may be the red light for our red team to possibly rush Lord themselves. Posey may actually get focused down over here. Nice focus coming in here from these two guys. At the same time, here also comes Naya. Naya's going to come into focus with 55 H monks. And these guys want to come in here. They want to come try they want to come rush Lord now because they need it. They need these points. Reaction from the red team has yet to be seen. However, just off of a first glance, it looks like they want to play defensive as we do see Super falling back, leaving Graveyard node open. Back over here at the waterfall too, we can see that Misha has been thrown down, so our red team may be able to take a full control of that if Milo is eliminated. Tage, though, with the elimination of Misha, will rotate back off of that. But let's go back over here to the Lord again, as we do see it contested. Apologies, trying to get a target on his
He's going down fast. He's on 30%.
He's been interrupted there, as we can see. He may end up going down. We are
Oh,
going to see the kill
he's
going
down.
off onto it. They are now in the lead. 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the game. But guys, look at the score. They don't have caps. They need caps right now, and they're losing control of Waterfall over here. Milo's about to go down. It's going to be a 3-cap scenario for VoTF if they're not careful. Now they need to get out of here. They need to pull out. They need to get on some nodes, and they need to take them now. Can Scout is currently waiting over here at the quarry, and we've got Tage waiting on mid. I'm just not sure it's going to be possible. They've lost the lead again. 53 seconds remaining in the game. It's not, I don't know, guys. It's just not looking good for them again. We may again see VoTF winning by the timer here. They may actually take to 500 too, because back over here at the waterfall, we can see that Misha has taken full control, or rather, actually, no apologies. Misha from 55 Smokes is going to be getting full control now of this. Nice apologies. Nice kill there as well, be the use of the Portent. But as we will see, blue team trying to get their way over here in the middle, but with Tage there, with Ken Scout, Posey, and Super waiting over here on the quarry. I just don't think it's going to be possible. They've got such a huge lead now. There's 20 seconds remaining, guys. So with that, we are going to be seeing VoTF, Ken Scout, Super, Tage, Posey, and Guileta de Leon are going to be winning the ESL Weekly Cup number 15. Congratulations, guys. Definitely earned. They are going to be getting some awesome